This video, I want to share with you how to identify valid pullbacks. If you are a smart money trader or you trade ICT concept, then this video will change your perspective entirely. Until I understood this, I never improved in my trading. So my understanding of valid pullbacks actually changed my trading journey. So let's start with this. In understanding pullbacks, the first thing you must understand will be the candles, because pullbacks are a function of candles. So where every candle that is printed on the market is for a purpose. So this is a bearish scenario. All right, so you must understand how the candle opens and closes, because with this you'll be able to identify the pullbacks. So for bearish candles usually open from the top. It opens from the top, and if it has a wicks, it goes to the upper part first. All right, so let's say it's opened here, like this candle opened here, went up, pushed down to the ending of the wick, pushed down to this place and closed here. All right, so this is the open of the candle and pushed up, came down, retraces back and closed here. So what will this understanding do for you? This understanding will help you to understand valid pullbacks. Okay, so most times pullbacks are not just a function of when you see anything that looks like this. All right, it's not everything that looks like this that is a valid pullback, and I will show you in the chart in a while. So on the bullish scenario for a candle, it opens from the downside, right, trades down, push up, traces back and closes here. So if it does not have a wick, let's assume that there was no wick here. Okay, let's say there's something like this. It's something like this. All right, what happens? Price opens here, trades down, pushed up and closed in here. All right, and if it has a wick, exactly the same way, let's say the wick is as long as this, it opens here, pushed down, pushed up to this level and closed right here. So with this understanding, we'll be able to know exactly what valid pullbacks are. So if we are to bring these two candles together, all right, let's say we bring these two candles together now. Let's assume these two candles are close by. All right, so let's do this. Let's reduce this a little bit, okay, and because this will be the open, so the same way, the same thing, opens here, trades up, push down, closed here, right? So this as an example, let's bring the wick down a little bit. Okay, so this is what we call our break of structure, of course. So we now have this as what? As our break of structure. So once we are able to identify our break of structure, and one way to know your break of structure is valid pullbacks. Okay, so this first we have to identify the highest point and the lowest point of our main candle. Okay, so in this case, this is our main candle. So we have the highest point and the lowest point. Okay, so the next candle should be able to take the highest either of the two sides. All right, so if price failed to take either of the two sides, let's say price does something like this. Let me give you an example. I know it's quite far. Okay, let's say price does something like this. Okay, there is no way we can pick a valid pullback from this scenario. Why? Because this candle automatically becomes an inside bar. So this is an inside bar candle. All right, so this is an inside bar candle, which means that our swing will actually be here. So if we have something like this, this is our swing. So even if we have something like this, all of this is termed as a single leg move, right? Until we now see a break of this candle high. Okay, I know you might not understand this yet, but let's go to the chart right now and let me show you a perfect example. All right, so okay, pardon, this was a trade that I actually took. So this one was a loss. You know, we don't just show you the wins, I also show you the losses. You can check my free Telegram channel in case you want to join the VIP, right? Or you want to have a one-on-one session with me. It's a life changer. It can change your trading game forever. All right, so let me use this one for an example, the pullbacks, before we go to other examples, right? So as you can see right here okay, let's use this. First, we need to identify the lowest point, and in this case, where is the lowest point? This is the lowest point, right? And this the lowest point, and this the high of the candle. So everything that trades within this candle is termed as a single leg or an inside bar. All right, so there is no valid pullback here. So this becomes what we get. this becomes what we get. We have this, all right, this as a pullback, all right. Now this would have been a pullback if this candle took out, let me show you, this would have been a valid pullback if this candle are taking this low, all right. Remember I said that at least one candle will have to take out the previous one. So in this case, this candle took out what? This candle. However, there is no low created, right? And there's no way you can have a pullback if a low is not created. So a low must be created for you to have a valid pullback. And one way to get the low is for you to see price take out the previous candle. So in this scenario, what do we have? This is our pullbacks. So we have something like this, all right? We have something like this, and of course, we have something like this. Okay, let me show you why. Now let's check here. So for many people, you say, oh, we have a valid pullback here, right? This is not a valid pullback. This is just a single leg move, all right? It's a straight move. So if you don't understand this, your inducement will be wrong. If you don't understand it, your sweep of liquidity will be wrong. Okay, so this is why it's important for you to understand the pullbacks. All right, so where is the highest candle here? This is the highest candle. In this case, let me zoom this in a little bit more so that you can understand exactly the idea behind what I'm saying. So where is the highest candle? This is the highest candle, right? And where is the lowest? This is the highest, and this is the low of that candle. When this one was created, it's formed inside, so this becomes what? An inside bar. It's not a valid pullback. This one came and what? And took this low, all right, which now makes it a valid pullback. This makes it a valid pullback, especially if another candle closes below it just like this. So when this happens, all right, so in this case, look at that. What the next candle do? Traded below it. So this becomes our lowest point. All right. So for the retracement, this becomes what we have. So we have the highest here, and we had that got broken, and we have the lowest here, and price pushed up. All right. So this is not a pullback. Is this a pullback? No, it is. Why isn't this? Look, all this inside. Term this single leg move. Do you understand? So the idea that I shared with you earlier on. So this is a bullish candle. So where did it open? The bullish candle opened here, traded down, swept this candle, pushed up, retraces back, and closed here. And the next candle opened here and did what? Pushed up, traded down, and closed here. You see the idea? So that's one way for you to understand pullbacks. Okay. So how do you now know your pivot point? Your pivot point is very simple. Know the highest point. For example, this is the highest point. Then know the lowest point. So this is the lowest point. But as you can see, this high was not taken, so there's no way we can, mark this as our pivot point. Okay, let's go. All right, so in this particular leg, what do we have? So in this push to the downside, what do we have? We have what? The highest candle. This is the highest candle, and what happened? This is the lowest point of the highest candle, and look at the next candle, took out the low, right? Which makes this a valid pivot point. Do you understand? So what happened? All of this move is a single leg move. Price push up. What happened? Broke structure. So you can see how understanding valid pullbacks can help you to identify the right break of market structure. So one way for you to identify the right break of structure, even for you to know that, oh, you are willing to go to a price is willing to go to a particular direction. I believe understanding these pullbacks will give you an edge. Because, for example, look at this whole leg here now. Let's use this zone for an experiment, for an example, right? So this zone where I marked, as you can see, let's do this. So we have this. So the first thing we have to actually do is identify the lowest point. Okay, so I just want to mark these things out. Okay, so we have this and we have this. So where's the lowest point? Where's the lowest point? This one, this candle is the lowest point. Did the next candle break the high? Yes, it broke it, right? So what now makes this a valid pullback or a pivot point? It is this candle. So if you want to mark your order block now, for example, let's say you have identified your break of structure, which is here. Where do you mark? You mark this candle. This is your order block, your actual order block. Do you understand? I believe you are getting it. So this is exactly how we actually trade all of this. Okay, this is how we trade all of this. So like I said, this trade failed, so let's take this off. All right, okay. So why did I mark this as a break of structure? Why is this a break? All right, why is this a break? It's simple. As price push up, look at this. This was our highest candle. This was the low of the candle. This broke the candle high. So this becomes our highest candle now. This becomes the low of that candle. So anything that trades in between this candle is a single push. All right. So what happened? Price broke it, and this candle broke it to the downside. So immediately this candle broke it to the downside, and the next candle opens up and closed above it. So two things: we have this as highest candle, we now have this as the lowest candle. Do you understand? So where's our valid pullback now? It's quite simple. So this becomes a valid pullback. Do you understand? That's all. Highest point, of course, highest point broke this candle, right? This break of. So this is exactly how you can start identifying your actual break. Okay, so actual pullback. So we have this, which is valid, this and this. All right, so this is the actual valid pullback. So if I want to take a buy trade, for example, I will have to wait for price to take out our inducement. And of course, this order flow, this is an order flow and it has been mitigated. So I wouldn't want to take a trade here. So I'll wait for price to take out this low, probably mitigate the lowest point. Where is the lowest point? This is the lowest point. However, this lowest point have also been mitigated. All right. So what do? This candle could be a point where price will react from if he wants to buy. So if it fails, then this candle based on this leg, look at this leg from there to this high, this is the lowest point. All right. So we can as well what pick this candle. Now there are two major points of interest that works, and I think I've said this in the channel before. The first is the one immediately after the inducement, and the second is the extreme. All right. So would you not take trade on the anything in between? You can, but however the probability is lower compared to the one immediately the inducement and that. So this is inducement, for example. So if and this other flow have been mitigated, so what can be done? You can actually react from this other block. All right, from this other block can react, but you must consider this. Why? Because this is the lowest point, and that's why I actually add my my alerts set there. So I was looking for sell. So let me explain why I was looking for these sales. So we will not go to the higher time frame. Of course, if you want to know how to identify points of interest on the higher time frame, check my previous videos. I already made a long video about that. All right. So you can see this is actually inducement. Why? Look at this candle. Look at this candle. So this candle took the highs, took the lows. You understand? So push broke to the downside, making leaving liquidity here. So this becomes what? Inducement. So that's what I was looking out for. And also this is the highest candle, of course, and this candle have mitigated this. So if you watch the video from the start, then you should understand what this is, because we have the bullish and the bearish candle right there. So this is exactly where I look for sell. So sell here. Unfortunately, price did not go far. And also another thing, I also looked for another selling opportunity here. Why? The same pullback secret. The same pullback secret. So this is the highest point. Let me show you. This can actually change your trading. This is the highest. This is the lowest. This candle took out this low, and this next candle though traded inside, but this one closed above it, making this a valid low. All right, valid low. So what happened? This candle came and broke it. So I was actually looking for a selling continuation from here. On a normal price action, price should sell from here and trade up at least to this point. If you see, this is what I did. You can see this my arrow. My arrow simply means my liquidity target. Do you understand? So this is exactly how we do these things. This is exactly how you can improve your trading. You can identify valid pullbacks. If this video really helped you, do well to smash the like button, and don't forget to ask your questions or say something in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe as well. And in case you want to join our mentorship, feel free to check the video description. You want to join VIP signals. Of course, I send my trades, and do well to check the video description. You want our previous results past month, check Telegram channel, and everything are all there. All right. So see you in the next one.